Hello and welcome to Jay's Really Good Dungeons & Dragons Show Episode 3. This time we are going to be talking about challenge rating, thanks to a comment that I received in the comments. So, thank you very much for leaving your comments and feedback. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Where did I fuck up? I thought I was doing so well. I really thought I made the perfect Dungeons & Dragons show. It's fine. We're going to talk about challenge rating. On my first episode, I received over 600 views. On the second episode, I received just 150. I guess that means that I disappointed everyone, let everyone down, and everybody hates me now. But that's okay. We're going to power through and make a third episode on challenge rating, which will surely become my most successful episode yet. It has to be, because I need it to be. Challenge rating is a perfect system that everyone loves and always works. You simply go into your D&D Beyond account and you go to the encounter builder and you put in the level of your party and the number of party members, and then it will display a challenge rating by each monster in the monster manual. Simply select the correct number of monsters until the challenge rating says easy, medium, hard, or deadly, according to the difficulty that you would like that encounter to have in your battle. You'll also see that there's a number called daily experience amount. That is how much experience that you should give out in an entire adventuring day on average for your party. So that will help you to hit a certain target for how to manage your challenge rating. Numbers in Dungeons & Dragons are very important, because only by making sure that the numbers are all correct and always going up in the way that's appropriate will you be sure that you're succeeding and doing the right things. Things such as levels, spell slots, experience points, and viewer count. No, sorry, not the last one. These things always need to be going up and trending in an upward direction. If you ever find that you have a sudden spike and then they go down, you might be doing something wrong. And maybe everybody's already moved on and you were just a flash in the pan that was never going to be successful or important. I have learned that sometimes in these kinds of shows, wacky characters that appear can be important towards boosting audience engagement. That's why I've decided to introduce a wacky new character called Evil J. Everybody, welcome Evil J to the show.
Fuck you. No one loves you. You're a piece of shit. You should just give up.
That's quite enough of you, Evil J. I don't think that you will be making a return appearance on this program. I'm just getting word in. Apparently everything that I said in the first part of the episode was horseshit. Challenge rating is a deeply broken system in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Because even though it expects that you're having like 4 to 8 encounters per day, the reality is that you're often not having that many fights in a day. Because of this, your challenge rating is often not going to be very helpful. Your abilities have a certain power called Nova. Nova is when your players realize there's only an hour left in the session, and so they know that there can only be one encounter, and they know that between sessions you like to give them long rests, so they exploit you and just use all their abilities in one round and do a whole lot of damage and ruin your encounter, and you are really proud of all the cool design that you put in the encounter, but it doesn't matter anymore because they used all their powers in one go and then destroyed it. And so challenge rating wasn't very helpful in that situation. Another situation in which challenge rating is not very helpful is, say, like, if you put a bunch of really easy encounters together, but you put too many of them, then your players will eventually run out of resources. And if you don't give them rests, they will just be like level 1 characters all over again, and you can beat the shit out of them with kobolds. It's kind of depressing. Challenge rating in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is a deeply broken system. It's almost like obsessing over fixed quantities that have a million different invisible variables is bad for your mental health. I mean, bad for your game. Why did it go down? I made the best Dungeons & Dragons show in history. So I don't understand why it would go down. It should be going up. I think we can all agree that I made the best Dungeons & Dragons show in history, because Everybody in the comments was extremely nice. Making an encounter in Dungeons & Dragons is a multifaceted asset. First of all, when you put the monsters into the encounter builder, there is no encounter building monster token for interesting terrains, traps, or puzzles on the battlefield. Because of this, if you put in work designing your encounter, even a simple or medium encounter can become quite interesting and difficult because of various outside factors. And there's no challenge rating or experience points for that. Because of that, challenge rating is never going to be a perfect system. Additionally, on top of that, they can also not control how many encounters you have in a day, and neither can you, the Dungeon Master. Your players will decide when they need a nap, and you have to honor their nap time requests. It seems like, honestly, the more you fixate on specific numbers and making them go in specific ways, the more you're wasting your time and effort. What you should be focused on is having fun and getting the most return on investment on your time in the game. Making each encounter unique and interesting and multifaceted, adding in terrain effects and battlefield effects, which will make the combat more holistic. Instead of simply focusing on making sure that the numbers are in the right range. Because the numbers being in the right range will never yield an interesting combat. The only thing that will yield an interesting combat is the intelligence that you put into your combat planning using your big, giant, beautiful brain. So make sure that you spend a little time thinking not just about the monsters, but also the interesting ways that monster abilities can stack and work with each other. It's almost like I shouldn't just focus on the numbers going up. I should think about all the factors, like how my friends had fun watching my video and how I got a bunch of people commenting that they laughed or it brightened their day. And maybe that is its own reward, entirely separate from fame and clout. No, it's just fame and clout. I don't care how many people I entertain or make happy. I only want the validation that I desperately need from Christopher Crawford and Jeremy Perkins. And also Matthew Critical Role. And also any of the 17 Jameses. James Intricoso. James J. Hake. James Trudick. James St. John. Michael St. James. James. If any of these Jameses would like to reach out to me and validate me, that would also be almost as good as Matthew Critical Role reaching out. And I would appreciate it, because my ego has taken a severe blow recently, and I need the validation and support. I hope that this video has been very informative on how to make interesting combats in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. If you have found all of the information that I provided to be useful, then I hope that you will like and subscribe. And if you can, please follow me to the supermarket. I get scared walking around at night.